Hello, welcome to News Roundup, where we bring you highlights and key stories. I'm Sharifat Ibrahim. First, the headlines. President Tinubu expands clean energy drive to include electric vehicles. Dangote refinery cuts petrol price to 1,200 naira per litre. Governor Ododo reaffirms support for private investment as he commissioned new hospital in Kaba. Hamilton hails more exciting Formula One season. Now the news in details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the expansion of the presidential initiative on compressed natural gas to include electric vehicles in a renewed push to reposition Nigeria's clean energy transportation strategy. The initiative will now operate under a new name, the Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas and Electric Vehicles. The development was disclosed by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, in a statement issued on Thursday. According to him, the expanded initiative will lead and coordinate a nationwide clean mobility agenda covering both gas-powered and electric vehicles. The statement notes that the initiative will continue to drive the rollout of compressed natural gas infrastructure across the country. This includes the establishment of mother and daughter stations, integrated refueling units, deployment of CNG vehicles, and the expansion of conversion programs for motorists. In addition, the new mandate will support the development and deployment of electric vehicles alongside the necessary charging infrastructure and related investments. The move, he said, is aimed at accelerating Nigeria's transition to more sustainable and environmentally friendly transportation systems. Also, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals has reduced its gantry price for premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, to 1,200 naira per litre. The refinery also announced a coaster price of 1,153 naira per litre. The adjustment is expected to impact fuel supply costs across Nigeria's downstream distribution network. Spokesperson for the Dangote Group, Anthony Chejina, says the price cut reflects a downward review of the refinery's pricing structure. He noted that the decision comes amid ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, which continue to influence global oil markets. Industry observers say the new pricing will prompt fuel marketers to review their landing costs, particularly those sourcing products locally. Recall that petrol prices had risen sharply in recent weeks following the outbreak of hostilities between the United States and Iran on February 28. The latest reduction from 1,275 naira to 1,200 naira per litre is expected to bring a slight drop in pump prices nationwide. And the Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has reiterated his commitment to supporting private sector initiatives that improve the lives and livelihood of citizens across the state. The governor made this known during the commissioning of Southward Hospital and Diagnostic Center, a privately funded healthcare facility located in Kababunu local government area of the state. Victoria Steven, report.
Governor Dodo described the new facility as a symbol of hope, progress, and a bold commitment to advancing healthcare delivery, noting that it represents a significant contribution to the development of the state.
The Southward Hospital and Diagnostic Center, a facility that represents hope, progress, and a bold commitment to health and well-being of our people.
He emphasized that healthcare provision is a shared responsibility, underscoring the importance of partnerships between the government and private investors. Governor Ododo commended the promoters of the hospitals for their vision and investment, describing it as a major boost to the prosperity of the host community and the state at large.
Investing in healthcare infrastructure is not only an act of enterprise, it is an act of service to humanity. What you have built here is beyond just a medical facility. It is a lifeline for communities and a significant contribution to the development of our dear state.
Speaking earlier, the Chief Executive Officer of the hospital, Bosede Omodara, said the facility was established to meet the growing healthcare needs of the people and to complement the efforts of both state and federal governments. In his remarks, the chairman of Kababunu local government area, Zacchaeus Dare, expressed gratitude to the governor for his continued commitment to projects that improve living standards in the area.
This gingertic and highly sophisticated medical facility is an unprecedented development in the history of Kababunu. And I made bold to say, Your Excellency, sir, that is an unprecedented achievement in the history of Okunland.
The Kogi State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Abdulaziz Adams, also praised the promoters of the facility, noting that once fully operational, the hospital would serve not only the Okun region, but the entire state.
This health facility, when it reaches its full hospital potential, it will not just serve the people of this community. It will serve the entire Okun land and also beyond.
Similarly, the member representing Kababonu Ijumu Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Honorable Salman Idris, described the project as a commendable achievement capable of strengthening the state's healthcare system, creating employment opportunities, and complementing government efforts in the sector. In his vote of thanks, the State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara, retired, commended Governor Dodo for prioritizing peace and security, particularly through sustained efforts to tackle insecurity in Kogi State and Kababonu in particular, adding that the war against insecurity is yielding results as evident in the establishment of the new hospital in the area.
If it was 3-4 months ago that we put this commissioning, Your Excellency, you will not want to do it because of the insecurity, particularly in Okunland. But today, you have done the job. You have been able to restore peace in Kiriland.
Other stakeholders commended both Governor Ododo and the promoters of the hospital for prioritizing the healthcare needs of the people in the area and across the state. I am Victoria Stephen.
The news roundup is coming to you on Luga TV. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
Today, Kogi now has the lowest number of out-of-school children in northern Nigeria, and the number continues to drop, with a great achieved by the administration of Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo. School fees and examination charges for primary and secondary education are now fully covered. Bursaries and scholarships for students in tertiary institutions are paid, keeping dreams alive and classrooms full.
For students to have a modern laboratory like this where they can get their equipment and they can see what they are being taught in their class, it is a very good initiative, and we give a big kudos to the state government, His Excellency Governor Usman Ododo, and the supportive and collaborative partners.
He's using his tentacles to attract a lot of bursary for the state, and girls' child education is top-notch.
His Excellency gave us 100 poles of solar street lights. If you come to this campus at night, it's highly illuminated.
And for those of us who are in the teaching profession, our job has been made easy.
Continue to reflect on our achievements, learn from our past, and continue to strive for a more inclusive, prosperous, and more united Kogi State.
Similarly, Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has inspected the ongoing road construction project at Korede Quarters in Kababunu local government area, reaffirming his administration's commitment to supporting investments and infrastructure development that improve the lives and livelihoods of people in all parts of the state. The road project is one of the constituency projects by the member representing Kababunu Ijumu Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Honorable Salman Idris. Governor Ododo praised the federal lawmaker for making impact in the lives of the people. Meanwhile, the lawmaker, Honorable Salman Idris, expressed appreciation to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor Ododo for their people-oriented leadership and commitment to addressing the needs of citizens.
It's a road, Kokorede Road, in Asota Ward, Kababunu. Local government is a very critical road where everybody follow to go to the hospital. KBS himself follows it. It's a critical road in the place. And of course, in line with our commitment to human capital development, we decided to develop that particular infrastructure. We thank God, we thank His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Of course, our Governor, Ahmed Usman Ododo, you could say he came to personally inspect the progress of work. That is in the spirit of accountability, which of course, that's what he's trained for.
He reaffirmed his resolve to continue attracting impactful projects that will drive growth and development in Kababunu Ijomo Federal Constituency. Moving on to sports, 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton says this year's Formula One season is proving to be the most enjoyable of his career, describing the racing as much more fun than in previous years. The Ferrari driver pointed to his recent on-track duel with teammate Charles Leclerc at the Chinese Grand Prix as a standout moment. Hamilton described the multi-lap contest as the best battle he has experienced in over a decade. He compared the intense exchange to his famous rivalry with former teammate Nico Rosberg during the 2014 season, noting that the constant overtaking and counter-attacking scene this year reflects how racing should be. Hamilton's remarks come amid ongoing discussions within Formula One over the impact of newly introduced car and engine regulations. The updated rules feature a 50-50 balance between internal combustion and electric power, placing greater emphasis on energy management throughout each lap. This shift has produced what observers call yo-yo racing, where drivers repeatedly overtake and re-overtake due to varying energy levels, creating closer and more dynamic competition in the opening races of the season. And that is on this week's episode of News Roundup. Until next week, I'm Sharifat Ibrahim. Thank you for staying with us.